Hello everyone, welcome to Anirudh Prakhya YouTube channel. I'm going to continue my classes on Excel. You can see on the screen I have an Excel workbook open, and today I'm going to discuss Bessely function using an example that we are going to solve on this Excel workbook. So I'm going to click on the formulas button in the ribbon. I'm going to click on insert function. Here I'll type Bessely. I'll click go. Now you can see the Bessely function that Excel has. So let's go through this function. Let's understand the syntax and description of this function and see if we can use this properly with an example. Bessely bracket open x comma n bracket close. So there are two arguments x comma n, and Bessely returns the Bessel function yn of x. To get to know this function better and to understand its syntax and description, we have to click on the help on this function link given in that window. And now this opens up a new tab or a new window where we can see Bessely function. And this article about Bessely function describes the formula syntax and usage of the Bessely function in Microsoft Excel. Description returns the Bessel function, which is also called the Weber function or the Newman function. Syntax: Bessely bracket open x comma n bracket close. So the Bessely function syntax has two arguments, and both of these arguments are required inputs for the function to be able to compute. So argument x, which is a required input, is the value at which to evaluate the function. Argument n, which is also a required input, is the order of the function, and if n is not an integer, then it is truncated to the nearest integer. Let's understand this function a little more in detail by reviewing what are the possible reasons for this function to return an error value. If x is non-numeric, Bessely returns the hashtag value error value. If n is non-numeric as well, Bessely returns the hashtag value error value. So if we encounter this error, hashtag value error, when we are computing using the Bessely function, we have to make sure that both the arguments x and n are numeric. If n is less than 0, Bessely returns the hashtag num error value. So we need to also make sure that argument n is always greater than or equal to 0, so that we don't encounter hashtag num error value when computing using the Bessely function. Here is the equation which is usually used for the Bessel function. So the nth order Bessel function of the variable x is yn of x equal to limit y tending to, this is pi, jyx cos, or you could say gamma as well. You can use this as gamma, cos gamma comma pi minus j minus v of x divided by sine gamma pi. Okay, so this is the equation. However, because we are using Excel, so we can use this formula Bessely or this function Bessely instead of the usual way that we use to calculate this equation using a pen, paper, or a scientific calculator. Here we can use the Bessely function. Let's now go through an example. Before we proceed with the example, let me explain to you there are two approaches to how we use this example and how we understand with this. We can copy paste this example into the Excel workbook and then press F2 key in the formula that is given here to manipulate the arguments x and n. Otherwise, we can also type this as we learn into the Excel workbook and compute the result. So I am going to now walk you through this example by typing this in the Excel workbook. I am going to open the Excel workbook. Now I am going to cancel this insert function. I am going to use the shift key and the left click of the mouse to select the cells A1 to C1. Now I'm going to click on home here. I'll click bold to bold the headings for cells A1, B1 and C1. In cell A1, I'm going to type formula and press enter. I'll click on this Excel help window. The second column heading is description, which is B1, and cell C1 should be result. So I'm going to click on the Excel workbook again. On cell B1, I'm going to type description. I'll type enter. On cell C1, I'll type result. I'll type enter. On cell A2, now I have to type the formula for the Bessely function. So let's look at the Excel help window here. I'll click on the Excel help window. For the values of the two arguments, x and n, argument x value is 2.5, argument n value is 1. So for this example, we'll use these two argument values. I'll click on the Excel window here. In the formula bar for cell A2, I'll type equal to Bessely bracket open argument x 2.5 comma argument n is 1 bracket close. I'll type enter. Now we got the result from our calculation, which is 0.145918. We'll verify this result with the result given in the Excel help window. So I'll click on the Excel help window. The result that we are able to see here is 0.145918. Hence we can say that we worked out this result properly. We are able to compute using the Bessely function properly. I'll click on the Excel window now. I'll click on cell A2, right click now, copy the value from cell A2. I'll go to cell C2, right click, and I'll paste special for the values. So now we got the result value, and now I'll click on cell A2. Here we only want the function, so I'll click on the formula bar, type the apostrophe and hit enter. So now we are able to see the formula and the result. Now in the description column, I'm going to describe what this function is about. So I'll go to the Excel help window, I'll left click on it, and here we can see the description is Weber's Bessel function at 2.5 and an order of 1. I'll left click on the Excel window. Here I'll type Weber's. I'll use Alt plus Tab simultaneously to switch with Excel help window. Bessel function. Again I'm doing Alt Tab to switch to Excel help window, and I'll continue the description at 2.5 and an order of 1. Again I'll do Alt Tab to switch to Excel window at 2.5 and an order of 1. Now I'll type enter. I'll select all the cells from the top left corner of this Excel worksheet. I'll double click on any of the columns to adjust the column widths all over the spreadsheet. Okay, so now I'm going to save this workbook, and that gives us the Excel example of our Bessely function. If you like today's class, which I've taught about Bessely function, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to Anirudh Prakhya YouTube channel, and keep watching my YouTube channel for more classes on how to use Excel functions. Have a good day.